Hi, this is Ty Hadarali. I'm a lawyer who concentrates in employment law. We practice in New York and New Jersey. I want to talk to you a little bit about what occurs if your employment is terminated and what your rights are post-termination. A lot of people will come to us and they'll say, well, I was terminated. I'm entitled to severance. Hadarali, what can you do about that? And in New Jersey, there's no automatic right to severance. Now, there's exceptions to that. For example, if you have an offer letter, an employment contract, or a company handbook or policy that discusses your entitlement to severance, then you may be contractually obligated, the company may be contractually obligated to give you severance. And what do you do in that situation? Well, it's important that the document is reviewed by you and someone who's qualified, who concentrates in employment law, to look for some specific topics that could be highly consequential to you. For example, some common terms you find are confidentiality. You want to look for mutuality in some of the release agreements. There'll be non-disparagement language. You want to look to see whether that's mutual or not, or how that should be drafted. There'll be no rehire language. You want to see how that is drafted and who is included in the no rehire language. There might be some restrictions, post-employment restrictions, and that's what's really critical. You get good, competent advice with regard to the consequences of that post-employment language. And what does that look like? Well, it could be something like anti-poaching, where you can't go up to employees of the company, anti-solicitation, where you can't contact any clients of the company. It might be a non-compete type of language, where you're restricted by geographic and temporal scope with regard to working for competitors. Geographical scope, the miles from where the company is located; temporal scope, the amount of time that the restrictions are in place. All of that is very important to review carefully, to know your rights and obligations, because it could have real consequences with regard to your employability, meaning your ability to find employment elsewhere. Those are some of the things you want to be cognizant of when it comes to severance agreements. Other things to be knowledgeable about is, what consequence does getting severance have on receiving unemployment benefits? Generally, the answer is none. So there should be no issue with regard to filing unemployment despite getting severance pay. Other statutes that are applicable are, there's a New Jersey WARN Act, and of course the Federal WARN Act that has implications if there's a mass layoff. Other statutes, such as the wage and hour statute, should also kick in with regard to your entitlements pertaining to what occurs if you're terminated. The New Jersey wage theft law, etc., all come into play. So lots going on. If you are the unfortunate person who's been terminated, which is occurring with a more rapid frequency in today's world, which is a dire situation to many. But the good news is you might have some serious and significant rights to your benefit that could help you as you navigate the post-termination world. This is Ty Hadarali. Be well and be safe.